In this exercise we paint this winter landscape together, so get your watercolors ready. We will start with the background. In the first step I take some blue paint and mix it up with some water. In this step I will first paint the sky. For that I take a little bit more darker blue and also a little bit more water, and I will start at the top of my painting, take the paint here and then start painting a line. Then take more water again and I will create a wet surface from the top to the bottom, like that. Take a little bit more blue again and I try to create this surface a little bit more wet, again with some more water. With water I can make the color a little bit more softer. So I'm creating an area here and you can leave the edges a little bit irregular. It adds a charm to the whole piece. I pick a little bit more water and again gently spread it downwards to create a lighter area. And again a little bit more blue on the top to create a darker area. As long as the surface is still wet, you can add more color to it and you will get a real smooth transition here. So try now to make the top of this area a little bit more darker for a darker blue sky. You can always add more blue to it. As long as the surface is wet, it is okay. And you will get a smooth transition. So for now I'm ready and I take a hairdryer to dry the surface. And in the next step I take a little bit more lighter blue and draw here an irregular line. And these are some trees in the background. And I always picking up a little bit more blue and adding a bit of water to get a lighter shade of blue. And I draw the area also at the bottom a little bit, like here. And also here some trees. And add again a little bit more water to the bottom. So I pick up more water and let it spread downwards. Make sure the paint doesn't dry completely. This way you can maintain those soft transitions. Now I'll dry it with a hairdryer again. Now I'm going to use a darker blue. You can mix some blue with black to make it even darker. And on this layer I will draw some bigger trees. This is now my next layer for the trees, but it's still a background layer. I take a little bit more dark here, a little more darker blue. As I said, you can mix it up with some black. And again, draw the trees over here. Take some water. And again, a little bit more color. And on this layer you can draw the trees a little bit bigger. And maybe also a tree here. That. Don't go too deep in the detail here, because it's still the background. Again, take some water and create a smooth transition to the bottom. And that's it for this layer. And we will take again a hairdryer to speed up the drying process. The last layer we are going to paint with a real dark blue. You can mix blue with a lot of black to make it appear quite dark, but still bluish. I use now a different brush with a finer tip for this layer. Here I'll draw another tree. As you can see, I'm moving the brush irregularly to create a wider area towards the bottom, and I'm loading the brush with plenty of paint for the upper part. And for the bottom part I mix it again up with some water to create a lighter effect. So you should pay attention to ensure the paint doesn't dry completely, which allows you to achieve these soft transitions. Here I'm adding another tree in the same manner. You can draw the trees however you like, but keep in mind that the front trees should be darker and more detailed, and of course also larger. I'm adding again a little bit more water and more color, and I'm drawing now the biggest tree here on the right side, and draw it again more detailed. And of course again I create here the top side of the tree with a little bit more color so it is darker, and to the bottom I take a little bit more water and then create a transition again over here and draw it to the bottom. And again add some water to create more transitions like that. And finally I'm going to let this layer dry again. Now I will take a white pen and create some stars in the sky. You can also use some white color here to create the stars. As you can see, it's not that difficult, and it's also suitable for beginners to draw such a landscape. I hope you had fun painting this picture. If you want to see more tutorials, subscribe to the channel and visit draw.com. But no matter what you do, I hope you have fun drawing.